I'm trying to help you here, Jason. Why won't you let me?
You're no longer Sonny's lawyer.
Sonny has nothing to do with this. You're the one being accused of attempted murder.
Yeah, well, then I'll get another lawyer, Justice.
I'm the only one who considers you family, Jason. You've been good to me, man. The only reason I'm alive today is because you stood up for me against Sonny. And I want to repay you in kind. You know? Maybe it's time you stop thinking about what's good for Sonny and start thinking about what's good for you.
You want to repay me? Just get me out of here.
Can you get him released?
Well, he's asked me to get him out of here. That's a start.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit with him.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. He'd want you to go home.
Yeah, I'm sure he would, but it doesn't mean I'm going to.
Sam, I want you to go home.
You and Justice here, I'm gonna say that you're starting to get predictable.
Well, you know what? Because it's obvious. You're pregnant, you just got knocked down, you should go home, you should rest.
How am I supposed to rest if I'm worried about you?
I'm fine. Okay, I get arrested all the time.
Yeah, well, I used to get arrested all the time, too, and I acted like it wasn't a big deal, but it didn't mean I enjoyed being handcuffed to a piece of furniture. And then again, I'm probably a little bit more sensitive than you.
Yeah, probably.
Doesn't bother you to be treated like dirt at all, huh?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Then I guess I'm projecting. Because the most alone I had ever felt is when I had been arrested. And I used to tell myself all the time it was going to be okay, I'd find a way out of it. But somewhere down underneath, I wanted to burst into tears.
Well, don't worry, I'm not gonna cry.
Of course. You're not going to cry. I'm just saying that in case there's a little part of you somewhere that does feel alone, I want you to know that I'm here for you.
We've got the preliminary forensics on the gun. Jason's prints are all over it.
Anyone else's prints on there?
Oh, it's clean, except for Jason's.
So that means he was set up by professionals.
Or he shot John Durant as charged.
In the middle of a press conference.
He was making a statement, Justice.
Then why didn't Jason try to escape?
You know, Jason's never been known for his judgment.
Have any witnesses come forward? Any eyewitnesses? There were cameras and reporters anywhere. Surely someone must have footage of John Durant being shot by Jason Moore.
We're screening the footage right now.
So I'll take that as a no. Was there any gunpowder residue on Jason's hands or any of his articles of clothing?
No.
Then don't you think, Commissioner, that you should have somebody trying to find the person who planted the gun in my client's jacket?
Can I ask you something?
Seriously, if I answer, will you go home?
I'm not going home until you're released, so
Sam,
get it out of your head.
no, really.
You're
That
innocent.
could be a while. How do you know I'm innocent?
Because, I don't know, for one thing, you didn't take the gun when you left the
Well,
apartment.
you think that's the only gun
You
that
don't
have
shoot
access to?
someone in an open crowd, Jason. That's not your work. I mean, I don't know your work that well, but it just seems unprofessional and sloppy.
Sam, actually, it's smart. I mean, if you can conceal the gun somehow, when the shots go off, it's chaos, everybody's running around, it's hard to figure out who fired the gun, where the shot came from, and the shooter can just walk away
You
in the
didn't walk
confusion.
away. You stayed to help Carly.
Yeah, maybe I panicked.
You don't panic, Jason, and you didn't shoot Durant, so stop trying to make me doubt my instincts. You're supposed to be supporting me here.
I wanted to.
Wanted to? Why are you suddenly talking in the past tense?
Sam, my prints are on the gun. Who knows what's gonna happen?
John Durant sends criminals to jail. Jason's job is to get rid of anyone who might be a threat to Sonny. Now, the opportunity presented itself. Jason took advantage.
Yeah, you run with that theory, and I'll bury you and this department along with it. Now, do you want to discuss this realistically, or should I start filing motions?
On what grounds?
You have no evidence, no eyewitnesses, except for some gun that was obviously planted by someone trying to frame my client for murder. You've been holding my client illegally for 27 minutes. That's 27 minutes too long. I want Jason Morgan released and stop looking for an easy way to solve this case.
Can you tell me what happened? I was watching the news and they were saying what's going on, but it was very unclear, and I was just wondering.
Carly, shut up. Don't ask me why. You know, Durant saw her, asked her to come up to the podium, and she did, and that was a huge mistake, but I guess she felt like she didn't really have a choice, you know, at the time, and he started talking about how she was his beloved newfound daughter, and Carly was just stuck up there. I mean, I knew that she was furious at the time, but part of her was eating it up, having her father tell the whole world how proud he was of her.
You know, it's interesting. You hate him because he's hurting her. I mean, don't get me wrong, John Durant is a threat to everything that matters to you, your business, your freedom. But you want him dead because he's using her. And sooner or later, he's going to wind up breaking her heart.
And you know, you and Carly are alike that way. I mean, you guys act tough. You are tough, but underneath, you're very easy to hurt, and it's just wrong, Sam, to take advantage of that.
Maybe that's why I feel safe with you, because I know you wouldn't.
Mac should be in any second with paperwork. You being released.
I knew it! I knew it. Didn't I tell you?
How'd you manage that?
I pointed out that they had no evidence and threatened a couple lawsuits. But you know, truthfully, I think the only reason he's doing this is because he knows you're going to run. So stick around. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the hospital.
Okay.
Can you take Sam home?
Sure.
Excuse me.
What? You said that you would go home if I was released.
Yeah, I did, but it
Well,
was so
then you
that
have to keep your word, right?
Okay. This time.
All right.
Sam. Thank you for staying with me.